Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos plays Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Today, we're talking to Edgy Boy, tomorrow's trial. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick. I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone who you haven't seen in a year. You going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at this trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? Have something definitive that you lack, and working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. So what is going on inside his head? Proof of Von Karma's... Yeah, I'll take all the help you can get, dog. How about this? You, tackle her from the back, we'll put her in the trunk, and we'll drive her out to the desert. Chronos, that's murder and kidnap. No, it's a game. It's fine. It's fine. We'll use her whip to tie her up. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Kammer was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of von Kammer. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? Or because you were an edgelord? To think your motivation for a prosecutor trial was so selfish. It'd have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth! I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Why stand in the courtroom? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, "I will defeat you this time! Stop beating me!" the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me, even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Huh. Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Alright, hey, lawyer badge? Okay. Do you want to see a picture of a dead body? I wouldn't say a picture of the dead body is useless evidence, dog. Wouldn't say that's useless evidence either. Actually, none of this evidence is useless. What the hell are you talking about, dog? Camera? Me being blackmailed? Kind of? No? Okay. More ransom, right? Not really blackmail. Really? Okay, Maya? Okay. Pearl? You're not gonna ask me why instead of a 17-year-old girl with me, I have, an 8-year-old girl? No? Okay. Gumshoe? Can you pay him this month's salary? The dude needs it. I actually feel bad for him. You really not gonna give me anything on anyone? Okay. There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. Alright. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Yo, spring breezes are dope, so you take that the fuck back. Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. Well, okay. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. I know, I've seen the locks. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Her? You really don't want to talk about her? Alright. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. Is that how I'm saying? Is that right? Impacts? But her death was ruled suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. Suicide note that just vanished? Huh. Quite a magic trick. Alright, the missing suicide note. Ms. Impact's death was most certainly suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Ms. Impact had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger. She could have typed it, too. Like, what if she did that? What if she typed it? Typing's easier. Also has spell check. You don't want to leave a suicide note that's full of errors. Chronos. Look, that was... It's not even a joke. That was just awful to say. Yes, I'm laughing, but I'm sick. What makes the likelihood of suicide note very high? But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Okay, so this is the full picture. I don't know why. Something about her not wearing shoes is actually really, really weirding me out. I don't know why. Like, and like, I wear slippers in my house and stuff like that. Is she in her house? She's dressed up in her business outfit, so I'm assuming she's at work. The fact that she's not wearing shoes is actually just bugging me. It looks like Juan is wearing... No, he's wearing shoes. I can see the heel. Never mind. Why aren't you wearing anything on your feet? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Miss Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? Shit, maybe she was blaming him? I don't know. As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, in any way. Part 1? There's a sequel? Alright, let's go to court records real fast. We can't actually look this over. Alright, cool. Present. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Dude, I read that before you finished typing on the screen, and I thought you said you liked suicide reports. I was like, Jesus Christ, dog. What the hell? Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like this one. That has two. 2 parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name? Adrian Andrews. Ms. Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. Question mark? She doesn't seem like the kind of well, dude, like, honestly, there really isn't a kind of person. I know there's, like, a stereotypical view of a person, but sometimes it could be anyone, really. And not really anyone. There's a lot of mental illness behind it, but just because someone seems a certain way doesn't mean everything's alright. You see a lot of people, like, celebrities committing suicide, or just, like, someone you in the family or you know just up and just does it, and everyone's just like, how did this happen? The human brain is, like, really messed up, and it can make you do a lot of things that you wouldn't otherwise do it. It's sad when your brain convinces you that that's the only way. I don't really like talking about, but, like, you know, I've seen some, like, suicide, not videos, but, like, kind of like suicide notes, but in video form, people that went on to commit suicide talking in the video, and it's kind of scary at how calm and sure they are as they're talking to like the video camera. If you have suicidal thoughts, please actually talk to someone. All right? Talk to a therapist, talk to your family, talk to your friends. Even if you think it's the right thing to do, talk to someone because it's not the right thing to do. So please, please see someone if you actually feel that way. Anyways, on to the lawyer game. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. Excuse me. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A certain secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Ms. Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Alright, so we should probably go back and try to unlock her with some of this stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and do that then. Here? Yeah. Hi, William. Away. Here. Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. Shit. That's not good. I still have a few questions and locks I have to get rid of. And she had that psyche lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Really? Alright. Nothing? Okay. I guess we could try Karita's room. We already examined everything, right? Yeah, alright, let's get the hell out of here then. You have nothing to say? About this? No? I mean, that makes sense. I already showed you everything else. That's anything... Oh, you should know about this guy, or this lady, right? No? Okay. I guess to the detention center? We can't go there from here? Okay. How about this? Dots? What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life. No, I would never. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention. Who in the world is going to eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick. This Celeste impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Yeah, alright. Well, let's go. I don't know why my throat is starting to goddamn bother me now. That's not good, because this is the second episode that I wanted to record today, and I got many more I need to do. See if she's back. Really? Okay, hey, Lotta. You know anything? No? Okay, how about suicide report? Really? Will would have to know something, right? He's been there for a while. You have to know about this shit. Really? I mean, we already showed you this one. I guess we didn't examine this room. We examined it at some point. Speaking of fancy, didn't the bellboy give me something like that last year? Oh, yes. That's from the other hotel. You just remind me of... No. We're not talking about the circus. We're done with the circus. I'm never going there again. Did we examine this? We didn't really examine this stuff either. Yeah, that's kind of weird. He didn't know his own conference was happening. Or confession, I guess. Camera. You should really stop breathing that heavily, dog. You're gonna have, like, a goddamn heart attack. Your lungs can't be that good in your current age. Well, shit, I guess let's go back to here. Suicide? No, I know you can't read. Or not no, but suicide report. Wow, I'm actually really not sure what I need to do. You? No, we already tried that, didn't we? And we asked about her, right? Oh, wait, yeah. Departure, dependent nature. Sorry, I didn't see that up there. They're usually at the bottom. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committed suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste, was gone forever, that's why. Why would that... Is that what they call following someone to the grave? After attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. Good! Do that! She's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And when she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch black. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Alright, so this has been updated. Now I'm assuming... Oh, wait, no, attempted suicide. Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliche thing. But it's cliche because it's true. Ms. Andrews. To think that behind that unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. I mean, that could be said about a lot of people in life. Let's go back to the hotel room and see if she's back. Assuming yes. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Kammer. Miss von Kammer? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You got some nerve following me around? Following you? That's you, Miss von Kammer. You're the one doing the following. Pearls, you're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Beep, beep. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I plan on tracking detectives on the detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. That's following! That's the definition of stalking and being a follower! So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Ms. Andrews, you seem a little dazed. She seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Not really. She seems like she always does. Alright. Yo. mind melding. Whatever the hell this is. Nice posture change. One murderer. What are you hiding? And we gotta give her this. Yes, music stops. Then we get to the other one, which I'm assuming it's gonna be Celeste. Right? It has to be. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Miss Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a future third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews! That's rude. There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you're completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. And, here? Yeah. His Impact suicide note was never found, was it? Thoughts? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. What? And Ms. Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rambling long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That impression you like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. I don't know why the first part was blue then, if we're just going to lead into that sentence, but sure. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very close to you. Yes? Okay. Ms. Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Ms. Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying on only yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Ms. Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impact's notes. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on? It was why the victim was killed. Exactly. Somehow, Ms. Andrews, it seems like you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Corrida dead. Me? Ms. Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Thank you for the health. I'm gonna need it. Motive for murder. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Ms. Andrews. This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry, but I gotta do my job. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? No? Please, Ms. Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. That someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everything. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you get close to Miss Karita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like the tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to that fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. And Pearl's like, I don't get that reference. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Ms. Andrews. If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Unless we can use it in court to win the case. But we'll keep it a secret for now. Ms. Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. Overthinking is the goddamn worst, isn't it? She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Ms. Andrews has been playing with the card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. I just thought it was a weird gimmick you had, okay? Apparently it's important. It looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Or not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. and Garden in your capable hands. Alright, that's it? We're just done like that? I guess I gotta go back to guard, but I guess we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.